This is nice.
It
My
is.
twin sister, the same.
I didn't say
Hi, how are you? I just came. And my name is Lana. I'm Leala twin. I came from Jordan in February. And she always told me about Colleen in the school and about all of you. So that's why I'm interested to just to meet a new people. And I'm interested to find something new in my life. I'm a lawyer too, like her.
Wow.
We are lawyers since 2010. 10 years ago, I'm a lawyer.
wow, guys.
I studied to be a judge too at Jordan. Now I am in a break here in Canada. So thank you for
Yes.
having me here. Thank you to be
You're
here.
welcome. It's an honor to have you.
She was in that smoke.
Yeah. Hi, yeah.
My name is Julia. I came in Canada 6 years ago. I used to be in Romania. I wanted to change my life because I felt like I studied nursing in Romania, but I couldn't finish because my papers were ready to come to Canada. So I had 6 months to come here, and I had to quit my. And I came here with my husband. I have a daughter, and I decided to come to Colleen school because I searched on Google.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are famous.
Yeah, I was really impressed when I came here and I talked to her, and she's so friendly,
Yeah.
and she accommodates me because it's hard having a kid. She's going to take her just 2 days a week, so having a kid, going to school, and I'm alone almost all week. My husband is working, so yeah, and I'm very happy to be here, and I think that I really found something that I really enjoy doing. I think this is really important for everybody to really enjoy what they do and what they learn.
Yeah. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
You're doing great. She's really good in her airbrushing, makeup artistry. Yeah. You're going to get your certificate today for that. And then we'll finish off your makeup because she was away for the finish. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, good. Oh, yes.
Hi, my name is Sian. I came to Canada 13 years ago when I was teenage. I find Google, yeah, like everyone else. I just find her on Google. She's already famous. I'm a new mommy. I have almost 6 months son. So yeah,
And good luck with the new life.
yeah.
Congratulations.
No, my baby's sleeping a lot. My baby's sleeping 10 to 10.
Oh, no.
That's good.
So pretty much the same story with her. My husband worked, and even like Colleen told me, I can bring my baby here if I need to, but I try not to.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate it here. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm enjoying the nail. Right now, I'm just taking the nail for now and the eyelash extension. But I'm thinking I will move forward, taking more class from her, so she can teach me more stuff.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
That's awesome. We love you. She is my most beautiful model I've had for Chinese exotic makeup look. She came in and oh, I love it. She looked so great. She's beautiful features, so it just was good to have Chinese features to do. So thank you, Yan, for letting us do your makeup that day.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to put this down. My arm's connecting. There we go. Now we're back to the middle. Okay.
Okay, so hi everyone.
Hi,
So I'm Rupa. I'm from India. I came in Canada in 2012, November 2012. I'm a mommy of a 5-year-old. Yeah, a boy, and I have been in this industry back home in India too, but then I wanted to do more. But then my son was small, and then 5 years just went by waste. So then I decided to, then we moved from Brampton to Windsor. So, but then I thought that now would be the right time to again do something for me. It's been, my son is big, so I found out Colleen on Google.
I got it. Better stuff on Google.
So it's it's been amazing so far with her. Very, very overwhelming. She just encourages you all the time to be something in your life, and she always tells that I'm always going to be there with you, with whatever you do, with whatever you perceive in your life. But she really helps us in achieving, like, I think I am getting to my goal nearer and nearer, and I think it's all because of Colleen. I've never met a teacher like Colleen in my life. I've been to a few colleges, and I've been to my first graduation and my college back, cosmetology college in. But then
I didn't care. She made the food.
yeah, she's just like a mom, and she teaches you like a mom. She corrects you like a mom, and I really feel lucky to be here and meet all of you as well, and I'm making new friends, and that's it. I mean, I love it here.
Yeah. And you can tell she did my chalkboard heart at Valentine's Day. That's on the door when you leave. Oh, thank you.
Hi, I'm Elian. I have 2 children. I'm here a long time, Colleen. And I'm gonna be here a long too. So I'm never gonna leave. And yeah, I'm happy and all about whatever they say. I agree.
Love you, Ellen. And she's a blessing. She's even come to my Queen Esther school for the teen girls and taught them how to make gnocchi. We made handmade from scratch, and some kind of pastry too for dessert. So we've had lots of fun besides the beauty and events and right to the girls program. So it's been really good because the older women are supposed to teach younger women, right? And so it keeps us young and in style and in fashion. So thanks for helping with the young girls too. Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite personalities here. Like, I like her personality and her attitude always.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
She's my favorite. Yeah, she's my favorite.
Thank you for not getting
Because both of us bad in English, so we have a good.
Yeah.
We keep talking like stuff.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Iran. I'm from Iraq. Actually, I came here. Liana, she told me.
Where is my commission?
Oh,
I'm different.
Say it again. Say it again.
You need to move over, Niran. I can't see your beautiful face. There we go.
Okay.
You look so pretty today.
Thank you.
Very striking.
Yeah. And Liana, she told me, and actually she helped me. Colleen, she helped me a lot. Yeah. And actually, I'm now working as a cosmetician in Japan. Yeah, I have like 1 month. I'm still like learn the new stuff and like this stuff. Yeah.
That's good.
Actually, it's 50-50 on T-Com.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, by Princess?
Yeah.
Is that the one? You're still out there?
She's
Yeah.
come over there.
And then Leanna, you know what? She, a lady yesterday dropped in when I was having lunch. I actually sat down with the girls in the city having lunch, and somebody came in. I thought it was like one of you, right? But it's a brand new stranger, and she's from Malaysia, and she wants to take the makeup course because she talked to you at Shoppers and said, "Oh, do you remember?"
No, actually,
Asian, long hair and sunglasses, maybe. She hurt her eye.
actually, because they came a lot of customers, so I.
Yeah. Yeah. So she asked you something about makeup and where to learn, and you told her.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's chauffeurs or mine?
No, it was her. It was you. She said a shoppers near Ann. She knew your name. I'm sure you sent people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a group of ladies, they coming.
Good. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need lots of This took me way too long. We need somebody. Well, actually, that girl that came yesterday is a graphic designer and a fashion designer, and she does worship arts too, like back from Malaysia. You know how I do the flag dancing and the creative expression, and I have that's kind of another division of what we do, like personal expression and worship and that. And so she does all that. Like that's like amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have had to handpick somebody like that. So maybe she can help with certificates and with the flags and sewing and you know all that. Yeah, because you know you're all creative people. It's so much more that you can do that you don't even know yet. You know, so there's even more you haven't discovered yet. That's for you. So, Maddie.
I'm Maddie. I'm from London, Ontario, unlike everyone else here. I'm 20 years old, and my mom has been working either in a Shoppers or the Bay or any other cosmetic store you can think of since before I was born. So I've always had makeup around me. I've always played with makeup. I was constantly the little kid with makeup all over my face. So I've just always kind of had a hand for it, and it's always been around, and my mom's a really awesome teacher when it comes to that type of stuff. So I've just always kind of had it available, and I was taking social work at the University of Windsor until this January when I found Colleen on Google. And I wasn't really enjoying social work because I couldn't keep the grades for it, and they're very not lenient when it comes to things at the university, where Colleen's very understanding when it comes to things coming up and being sick and not being able to make it to classes, thankfully. So I'm very thankful for that, because that was a huge struggle for me at the university. And now I'm looking, hopefully, to get a job somewhere in beauty. I have my makeup gala coming up at Shoppers next Saturday. If anyone wants to come get their makeup done by me, on the Shoppers on Manning in Tecumseh. But yeah, I'll be doing your makeup there.
That's great. Good for you. Congratulations. Yeah. And Victoria! Yeah, stand up so we can see you.
Well, I'm Victoria. I was here, I started here last May.
Yeah.
And I found her on Google.
Okay, I need to beef up my eye on Google. I don't know.
And then I was always interested in makeup, and I wanted to get, like, I was always dabbling in it, but I wanted to be certified. So I came here, and she was so friendly and nice, and it made me feel comfortable, because I'm kind of shy at first and stuff. And then, here I am today, a helping assistant, and I help her any way I can, and help the students. And yeah.
Yeah, she stayed. She's still here. You're not leaving, right? You're here for, what did you say the other day? I'm here forever. That's great. Okay. Good job, girl. And let's introduce, so we have Leala Lee. Is that right? Leala Lee. Yes. And Sieta we met just at that gala. And so I'm very thankful for their expertise, and they take the time, because they do this full time with the W5, which is so much easier to say. And they can explain exactly what they do, probably better than me, because I just am getting the chance to talk to you, where we can spend more time. So they're going to take it from here. And this afternoon, I will do my teaching, a short version of it on cosmetician, what it means to be a cosmetician, and if you need anything else that she didn't cover, or any questions about starting up your own business or freelancing, I have some notes, business registration, so I'll do that if you can stay. Everybody's going to get a certificate on this workshop today. So, and then your other certificate. So let's welcome that.
Thank you, Colleen, for having me. Like you said, I met you at the gala, and I was just captured by this lady. I met Ariana as well. So
My name is Sieta. I'm from the beautiful island of St. Lucia in the Caribbean.
Wow.
And, yeah, you might be asking me if you left paradise.
I
I get that all the time. So, back home, I was a graduate teacher of accounting and business management. And I moved to New Brunswick, St. John, New Brunswick, to do my MBA in entrepreneurship and technology management. And from there, I moved to Toronto. And here I am in Windsor. My husband. So I'm married and I have a 16-year-old handsome young man. 16. You look 16. Thank you. And it has been very good being in Windsor. Right now I work as a consultant with W5 and we work with a lot of ladies who are trying to start their own business as well. And Leala Lee will tell you more about that at the end of my presentation. I enjoy giving back to my community. I love to see when women start their own business. I like to see when they're successful. And this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to teach you how to start your own business. It's a long presentation, but we're going to go through it quickly, okay? So here, Leala Lee is going to introduce herself to you.
Thank you, Sieta. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Like Sieta, I'm coming from the beautiful island of Jamaica.
Oh, yeah.
To sacrifice myself. And it came by following a man. I'm here since last October. So 6 months I've been in Windsor with my husband and 2 kids. So it has been a pleasure being here. We have started with W5 in January. It's all about empowering women to be the better version of who they are. And for that, we have been investing in. Hence, we have our startup project that I will share that presentation with you. But generally, our aim is really to let women know that they're the best thing ever and you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. So I will share that in my presentation a little on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Very
So
good.
now we're going to get started.
Yes.
So before we start, I'm going to give an exam because I was a teacher and teachers like to give exams. No, it's just an assessment, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So do you have pens? It's just something you have to do.
Yeah.
I have put the heat down, like, the heat is too hot, no?
Yeah.
So I guess all of you have pens.
Oh, no, I don't have.
Do we need a pen or pencil?
You just pens, pencil, it doesn't matter. It's just something.
There's some on the back
it's
table there.
something that you're gonna fill out, and it's for you. It's not for me. It's just an assessment as to where you are in your journey as an entrepreneur.
A couple more.
You're in my class, so chill out.
Don't we have extra boards?
Do I have what? Boards? There's a couple up there.
So I'm just gonna give you 5 minutes to do this.
So there's no certificate without exam, right?
Oh no, you have to work hard for your.
Somebody needs to write on one of these. There's more beside, I think, Victoria, you have some, right? Yep.
So try to be very honest with yourself because it's just an assessment that helps you identify where you are in your journey as an entrepreneur. So at the end of it, you're gonna tally your score and look at the back, and it's gonna tell you where you're at.
Wow.
Actually, you all should have had pens. Didn't we give you a wear red pen?
We have. We didn't got it today.
I'll have a bed. I thought those are so cute. I found the pen. My students, these are all like, everything on my table here is like gifts from the students.
Oh, nice.
So I always had this purple one. Leanne, I found this perfume. Like this. And then I special ordered the red one for my lipstick Warriors for Red campaign. No, just the lipstick pens in red, like what you got today. Did you get one today? Did you get one?
No, it's for you. I don't know.
Everybody gets to get one.
So you get 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm finished. They won't.
No, you have to-
They only take.
Okay, score.
So
Based on your score, then you can move on.
I
You're gonna
haven't
go
got
on
that
that.
to meet their standards. And I have all these volunteer hours. Working in like 8 business places that are all so short, and I was like, I was working full time too, so too much.
So it's gonna show you where you are. That's just for you. You might do it again at some.
There is the result of the task.
The result is at the back of the paper.
The hard one?
So
Okay.
just put the power.
Sure. Okay, go the next one. Yeah, sorry. The other one? Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah. So.
You can leave it on the side. It's okay. Leave this on the side.
Okay.
To make it easier. Okay, ladies, are you ready?
Yes.
So we could begin this? Okay. So I know most of you would like to start your business at some point in your life, right? How many of you want to do that? Okay. So, who's an entrepreneur? You see them every day. Who are they? Who's an entrepreneur?
Oh, we have to answer?
Well, anybody who could tell me, then we move faster. Who's an entrepreneur? What?
Someone he has an idea, he wanted to develop that idea.
Right, so you have an idea and you want to further develop that idea. Now you have to be someone who is willing to take the risk of being an entrepreneur. It's not something where you wake up in the morning and you say, I think I can do this, I'll do this. No. If that's how you feel, it's not going to work for you. Because to be an entrepreneur, it takes a lot. And Colleen, I'm sure, could tell you about that. You have to be someone who really wants to do it. And you have to be someone who have to identify all the risks and take the initiative to do that. So now we're going to look at what I call the entrepreneurial anatomy. So if you look at this, the head is the knowledge. To be an entrepreneur, you need the knowledge, you need the skills. So basic skills of an entrepreneur, which we're going to cover later on. So you need to know a little bit about accounting, math, how to deal with your customers, how to come up with a basic business plan. These are things that you need to know as an entrepreneur. You need to know how to manage your finances as an entrepreneur because you do not want to fail. Now, passion. That's the most important thing about entrepreneurship. In there is the passion to do it. If you do not have this passion, it's not going to work for you. It has to be something dear to your heart. And this is why it's pointing to your heart and it says passion. It's something that you really, really want to do. You go to bed and you think about it. You walk and you think about it because you have this idea and you want to implement it. And nobody's going to stop you because this is what you want to do. And you could see the gut, it says fire. you're supposed to have this urge inside of you that tells you, you know what? You can do it. No matter what people tell you, you can do it. Because people will tell you, no, you're going to fail. Because in our class, we have students and people already telling them, if you start your own business in Windsor, you're going to fail. So we always tell them it's your passion and this fire that's going to drive you and the knowledge that you have. So think about that. Make sure you have that before you decide to open up your business. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. You have to work long hours. There's so much that you have to sacrifice to be an entrepreneur. And people may ask me, you studied entrepreneurship, why aren't you an entrepreneur? I get that all the time. I say, because I know so much about it. And it takes a lot. And I know all of you ladies have what it takes to do it. And I know you could do it. We have lawyers in the room, we have people who wanted to be nurses, and so on. So you can do it. So don't let anybody take that from you. When you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to be thinking of this salon that you wanna build. Now we're gonna look at the roles of an entrepreneur. First, visionary. If you're an entrepreneur, you must have a vision. You have to see that business beyond the way it's going to start. In the next 10, 20 years, where do I see my business? Is it going to stay like this? Am I going to expand? What am I going to do? Even before you start, you have to think about that and look at your vision for your business. Also, you have to be an innovator. If you have an idea and you're not innovative and creative, guess what? Remember, you have competition out there. They're not sleeping at nights. They're trying to do better than you. So you coming into the market, you're going to think, what am I going to do that's different from all the other salons in Windsor? And I was telling my class that I went to a salon to get my hair cut. And just by entering there and the way they treated me as a customer, I always want to go back to that salon. No matter how much the cost is, as a customer, you don't think about that. You think about the treatment and the satisfaction. So customer service is very important in your business. That's the #1 thing in your business. Now, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to do everything because you need money to start that business. You might not be able to pay a consultant to do everything for you. You might be the manager, you're the owner, you're the one who has to sweep the floors, you have to deal with your customers. So starting a business, you have to look for the funding for your business. Nobody's not going to do it for you. You have to think of, how am I going to run that business? The infrastructure, raw materials, where do I get it from? All of that is on you, especially when you're going to start. So the role of an entrepreneur continues. I cannot touch up on everything, but we're going to do most of it. It continues. So you identify the resources that are useful to your business. If you're going to start your business, you don't want to start big. You're going to start small and you're going to grow. Don't buy things or waste money on things that you don't need for your business. That's not what customers are looking for. They're looking for the service and the satisfaction. So whatever you bring into your business, think of, is that gonna increase my profit in any way? Do I need 20 chairs to start my business? No, maybe you only need 2. But because another salon has 20, you wanna get 22. No, it's not a competition in that way. So you have to think of your resources carefully. As an entrepreneur, you have to continuously evaluate the performance of your business. If you start your business today, at the end of the week, you're supposed to know, is my business doing well? How many customers did I get? Now, if you start your business today, the moment you get the first paying customer, it means that you're good. If one customer can walk in and said, I want my hair done, I'm willing to pay, it means that you can grow that business. If you have a business and nobody comes in, then there's something that you're not doing right. But once you get one person, you're good to go. You just have to motivate yourself and do what you have to do to get 100 and 500.
Pardon me?
What do you writing?
Whatever she says.
The exam. Okay, so
Enjoy the moment. Nice.
I'm gonna do all the now. I have to.
yeah, because we have an exam at the end. And the
Exam?
stats. How do you get a
I will be
certificate?
getting another opportunity like that.
How do you get a certificate?
Liana, she's writing. Who take the papers from her?
You're not allowed in my class. Okay, ladies. Now, what does it take to be a successful entrepreneur? What does it take? You want to be an entrepreneur. What do you think it takes to be that successful entrepreneur? Yes, Victoria.
Determination.
Determination. Excellent. Anybody else want to share anything?
Goals, fixed goals.
Your goals.
That's a goal.
And we're going to look at this as well later on in the presentation. The first thing, like I said, is passion. What wakes you up at nights? This is what it takes, that passion. So it has to be burning in there. Every moment is like, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? When am I going to start this business? And this is what you need. Independent thinking. And I know you ladies have that. You want to be independent, right? You want to think on your own. Optimism. You always need to be positive. That if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, don't think of the negativity. Leave it out. If somebody's going to tell you you're going to fail, say, you try me. I'm going to show you that I'm going to succeed, and you can do it. Self-confidence. And I could see it in all you ladies. You have it already. I don't have to tell you anything about that. You need to be able to look at your problems in advance and find ways to solve those problems. So if you will find bumps along the way when you start a business. It's not easy, I'm telling you. But what am I going to do to solve this? What's my next step? You have to be thinking of this ahead before it happens. So it means you have to be vigilant. So you always have to be looking at your business. Your business has to be your best friend when you're going to start. Then you have to be able to overcome any hardship that's going to come. It's going to come. There'll be days maybe when you start and no customers come in. What are you going to do? Are you going to give up? Are you going to give up if that happens? You'll be asking yourself, what can I do to bring in customers? You look at your marketing strategy. You look at advertising. What am I doing that's wrong? And you try to work. You don't stay home and cry and say, what am I going to do? My business is going to fail. No. That thinking, if you have it now, delete it. And you have to look at your vision, like I said. And I'm sure all of you have a vision. We all do. I know where I want to see myself in the next 5 years and the next 10 years. And if you have a business, you think the same way. And you remain focused. Your business, like I said, is your best friend, your baby. That's your idea. You have to be focused on that business. All your energies is supposed to be towards that goal, opening that business and making it successful. Not watching what others do. You're trying to do better than your competition. Okay, so you all want to be entrepreneurs. Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? I'll ask you. Why? Why do you want to start your own business? You are a lawyer, you don't want to do that anymore. Why?
It's a new challenge. I would like to take that risk. I would like to be like, to have a business in my life.
Okay, so why do you want to do it? Is it just because you have a passion to do it? Or is it because you want to be your own boss?
Yeah, I'd like to be a boss, yeah.
You want to be your own boss.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people want to do. You don't want people on your back saying, hey, you need to do this at this time, whatever. You want to be in charge of your life. We're tired of being at the workplace where your supervisor has to say, I need this done now. I need this.
No, I will be a good boss. Because I deal with like bosses, they are like not deserve to be a boss in their life. So I'd like to be a good boss, a good image for the boss. So
Excellent.
for me,
But you want to be your own boss too.
yes.
Right. You want to have the ability to be creative and innovative, like I said. Look at what you can bring into your business that's different from your competitors. It's called your value proposition, which we might have to cover it, or we'll tell you where you can come and we'll teach you all about that. Then we spoke about it, independence. Always learning and growing. That's a benefit of an entrepreneur. You're always growing as an entrepreneur. Today you're this person, tomorrow you're gonna say, oh, I can do this better. And you keep growing as a person, and you keep growing your business and growing your customer base as well. The ability to be part of a community. When you're an entrepreneur, you want to be part of the community. Windsor is a very small place, right?
Yeah.
And you want to be part of that community. What can you bring that's different to the community? You want to contribute towards the development of Windsor and Canada, the economy. And that's what entrepreneurs do. You'll be providing jobs for people. The ability to make your dream a reality. That's the benefit of an entrepreneur. It's in your hands. It's your idea. It's not mine. And it's your dream. It's what wakes you up at night. So the ability to be able to open up that business is a great thing. And like I said, ability to create jobs for your friends and your family. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, the people who come in to work with you will be your friends and your family. Because sometimes you can't pay a huge salary to somebody out there. So you start with the people you know. So now we're going to look at some important skills of an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to be a leader, not just a manager. You're not only managing your employees, but you need to be a leader. And there's a difference between leadership and being a manager. A leader and a manager is different. Anybody knows the difference?
For a leader, you need to have like something new for the business. For a leader, you need to have a strong personality. You say what you mean. For as a manager, you just like pretty much you will take care of most of all the document and like management people like pretty much how would I say that?
Managing things, managing people, managing the day-to-day operations of the business. Yeah. However, a leader, you're the one carrying the vision of your business. So your employees look at you and they want to follow you. They want to do it too. A leader doesn't have to say, oh, you need to do X, Y, and Z. You see what the leader does and you follow. And that's the difference. And we need a lot of leaders in the workplace. It's not just managing people, but carrying the vision of your business. That's
it's hard to be a leader. You can't just be a manager. But nobody just can't be a leader. The leader is hardest.
Yes, it is. But if it is your business, you need to be a leader and a manager. Because you know the vision of your business and you know where you're taking your business. Okay. You need strategic business planning skills. You need to be strategic as an entrepreneur. You need to know how to plan for your business. Everything about your business takes planning and a lot of planning. You have to look at effective communication skills. You need to know how to communicate with your vendors, with your employees. A lot of people do not know how to communicate. And even with your customers, the way you communicate with them, it says a lot. It's either your communication skills could either make your business or break your business. So you have to work on that. Know how to deal with people. Basic mathematical and accounting skills, you know, and if you have a business, there are certain things you need to know how to put in order for your books, bookkeeping. Simple. Marketing skills. That's an important one. If you open a business, you need to know how to market your business. Social media, how to use it. What are you going to do? You can't wait on somebody to do the marketing for you. You have to be the person who's going to do it and go out, especially if you're starting up a business. You might not have the money to pay somebody to market your business. You have to learn how to do it on your own, and it's very important. Sales and customer relationship skills, we covered that already. Interpersonal skills. So dealing with people is very important. Okay, now we're going to look at entrepreneurship. So you know who's an entrepreneur. So what is entrepreneurship? So entrepreneurship is the study of how you take a business idea and you take it to the next level. You grow that business. So the process is what you call entrepreneurship. So with entrepreneurship, it's all the steps that you need to grow that business, from an idea to actually launching your business. This is entrepreneurship. Now, being an entrepreneur, it means that you need to know how to set realistic goals. And a lot of us don't know how to set goals. We've been setting goals for different things in our lives. We don't know how to do it properly. And I think you need to learn how to do it, because goal setting is very important. You have short-term goals and you have long-term goals. And your goals, you have to be able to measure your goals. If you can't measure a goal, it's not realistic. It's not a good goal. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. So why must we set goals? Why?
Because if you don't have a goal in your life, you won't be able to achieve what you really dream of. You need to have a goal if you have to achieve something in your life.
Exactly. Yes. So everybody out there who's successful, they set goals. We want to lose weight, we set goals. Leala and I just set goals yesterday. I don't know how I'm gonna. I have to follow mine and follow what we put together as a team. So whatever you do, goals are very important. That's the first thing you're going to do for your business, is to set long-term and short-term goals and be able to measure them. Okay, so when you're setting a goal, it has to be specific. So if I say I want to start a business and I need to raise $20,000, this is not specific enough. I need to raise $20,000 by December 1st, 2018. That is specific. Optimism. You have to be positive when setting your goals. And that is very, very important, like I said before. Your goals have to be realistic. You're starting a business and tell me you need to raise $1 million by December 2018. Is that possible? No, it's not. So it has to be realistic. Whatever you set for your business, you're not in Wonderland. This is reality. You're in Windsor and you're starting a business in Windsor. And you have to set short and long-term goals. So short-term goals would be anything from a week to less than 5 years. 5 years and over is long-term. Now, there's something we call SMART goals. And this is what you'll be setting for your business, SMART goals. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Every goal you set for your business, you need to follow this step. The SMART goal. If there's something you need to remember, remember SMART. And I'm going to show you what it means. So specific, you have clearly defined what you want to accomplish or achieve. So it's specific. Measurable, you must be able to identify targets and milestones as you track your progress. You must be able to track it. Attainable, your goal has to be realistic and manageable. Relevant, you have to identify a goal that fits your business model. And you must always specify a time period for that goal. And this is what SMART stands for. And I'm going to show you an example of a business goal. Okay, look at the first example we have. The owner of a salon says, I want to increase my profit. Do you think that's a good goal? Based on SMART, do you think that's a good goal? No. This goal is not specific enough because it needs to answer what, why, and how. So just saying I want to increase my profit is not good enough. So a better goal would be, I want to increase my revenue by 15% by the end of December 2018 by capitalizing more on advertising, marketing, investing in a vending machine, selling hair products and cosmetics as well. Also, I'd like to employ another hairstylist who will deal with 30-minute appointments, and you're going to prepare a marketing and branding budget for the year. This is a SMART goal. It's very specific. It answers what you want to do. You want to increase your revenue by 15% by December 2018. Then why? Why you want to do it? To improve your profit margins. And how are you going to do it? The person said they're going to invest in more advertising, incorporating other revenue streams, and employing another hairstylist. So this is how you have to set the goals for your business. Not, oh, I want to make $10,000 at the end of the year. This is not specific. You're going to be running in circles. It's just like me saying, I want to lose 20 pounds. What are you going to do it? Are you going to diet? Are you going to exercise? What are you going to do? It's the same principle that applies to everything that you do. SMART goals. Everybody's clear on this one?
Yeah.
Just when you say diet, everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to say that for her. After the name,
Okay, so ladies, there are steps involved in establishing your business. So the first one, your idea. And all of you have an idea, your business idea, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't have it now, by the end of today, you should have an idea. Then you have to do market research. You have to spend time and look at the market. If you want to do that business in Windsor, you cannot just relax. You have to do your market research, and you have to do a lot. You have to look at your competitors out there. Look at what they're doing. Go to their business places. Look, see what they don't have. And then you're going to come up with your value proposition, something that they don't have, that you're going to offer your customers. So market research is very important. You have to identify your resources. What do I need to start that business? Write it down, exactly what you need. Then, an important part is the creation of your business plan. And I'm going to go through it. We're going to go through it quickly. However, we're going to tell you how we could teach you to do it. You must have a business plan. This is very important. Acquisition of funds. Where will I get the funds to start my business? That's very important. unless you have a lot of money sitting on the bank, which I don't know. And the actual operation of the business, that's the finance thing. So some basic resources that you might need to start a business. Financial resources. Where am I going to get that money from? Am I going to ask my friends, my family? Am I going to go to the bank? What am I going to do? Am I going to ask persons to invest in my business? Human resource. Who's going to work for me? You need to know that. How many people do you need to work for you? Educational resources. You need to have the knowledge of running a business. You might not be an expert, but you have the basic knowledge. Physical resources. Where am I going to locate my business? Am I going to rent? Am I going to buy the property? What am I going to do? You need that. And emotional resources. No matter who you are, we always need a shoulder to cry on sometimes. You need that person that you could go to and say, look, I'm drained. What do I do? You will need that. Some of you will have to come to Colleen. That's fine. Some of you might have to come to me. That's fine. But you need the motivation because it's not going to be very easy for you. There are days you will want to give up, but don't give up. Yeah. That's good.
Well, we will both come to you, Colleen.
Okay. Okay, ladies, and this is where the fun begins. The business plan. If you're going to start a business without a plan, it means that you're totally lost. You need a business plan. And a business plan is like a roadmap that will help you to avoid all the bumps on the road. That is what a business plan is. So when you look at a business plan, it's a document that outlines the product, the service, or your business concept, and it helps you to convince people of the value of your organization and what it's providing them. So it's an essential tool that you need to communicate the vision of your business. The bank is going to ask you for your business plan. If somebody wants to invest in your business, they will ask you for your business plan. And just by looking at the first page of your business plan, they will know whether they want to invest or not. Just the first page. They don't have to go through the document. So it is very important. And I'm going to tell you why it's important. So looking at the importance of a business plan. You need it. If you have to raise capital, apply for a loan, like I said, for investment. You need it to make sound business decisions, whether it's short-term or long-term. It helps you to identify potential weaknesses and gaps in your business. It helps you to communicate your ideas to the market, to stakeholders, and stakeholders is everyone. Your investors, your customers, these are your stakeholders. And it helps you to identify your assets, whether you need new assets, how much do I need, whether I need to buy or to list, and the list goes on. If I have to put more, we could come up with at least 20 reasons why you need a business plan. Okay, components of the business plan. So in your business plan, you need an executive summary. So the first part is the executive summary, and it captures the reason for writing the business plan. So it tells the reader what you want and why. So you're looking at every single thing about the business, and you have to write it in at least 1 or 2 pages, not longer than that. But it has to capture everything about your business. So if you go to the bank, they will just look at this first page and they know. You have to look at your business overview, the legal structure of your business. Would I be a sole trader? Is it a partnership? What kind of business am I going to establish? It says that. You have to look at business formation history. the type of industry that you're in, the location of your business, all of this has to be in your business plan. Okay, elements of a business plan continued. Then you're looking at operations plan. So in your operations plan, how many employees do I need? Where are my products coming from? Everything that will help you to operate the day-to-day activities of your business would be in that plan. Infrastructure, how many chairs would I need? Well, you know about salad, I'm not sure. How much product do I need? Everything has to be in the operation plan. Market analysis. This is very important. You have to know who's my target market. Who would my customers be? And how would you do that? You would do it through market research. Your product or service, whatever you're offering, has to be in the business plan, and it has to be outlined for people to understand. Your sales and marketing, how am I gonna advertise? What am I gonna do? Social media, whatever form of marketing, it has to be in your business plan. You have to state it. Your competitive analysis, you have to look at the strengths and weaknesses of your direct or indirect competitors. So this is very important. And you would know who your competitors are. So you look at their strengths and their weaknesses. So you, on the other hand, can see how you could have a competitive advantage over them. Your management team, who will be managing the business, a background of that person, or the persons who will be managing. So this has to be in the business plan as well. Your financial plan. So in your business plan, you're gonna have a financial plan as well. So in that financial plan, you have the amount necessary to start and maintain your business. You will show the amount you need over the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years. You would show that. How you're going to use your funds, you have to show that. Sometimes you have to anticipate whether you would need extra cash. So you're going to put that. All your expenses for your business has to be shown in your financial plan. So you're not leaving anything out of the business plan. Projections, you would have an income statement and a balance sheet, which would show a projection for 2 to 3 years. So an investor would look at it and say, okay, it shows that you would be making a profit, or you would break even for the next 2 or 3 years. So they would want to see that. The bank would want to see that. And your exit plan or strategy. If my business fails, what am I going to do? It has to be in the business plan as well. And I came up with just a couple for you, just a few. Okay, am I going to sell it to someone? So if your business is not doing well and you've tried strategies, it didn't work, what are you going to do? At that point, you're going to say, okay, enough is enough, I need to sell my business. So you might, the ideal buyer is someone who has more skills and interest on the operational side of the business and can scale that business. So you look for somebody who can do that. You want to know whether you could make it your cash cow, what they call a cash cow, meaning that if you're in a stable, secure marketplace, you have a steady revenue stream, you could pay off your investors, you find somebody you could trust to run it, and then You could retain the ownership of your business and still get your annuity.
Means rented? You're gonna rent it?
You're gonna rent it?
Yeah. Like you're gonna
You
get-
can do that as well, yes. But you still maintain ownership of the business. The person is running it for you, so you're benefiting from it.
Okay.
Liquidation and close. Am I just gonna sell everything and close my shop? That's an option too. Mergers and acquisition. Am I gonna merge with another salon? What am I gonna do? Is another business gonna acquire me? So this is an exit strategy. So you have to think of all of that in the case that you fail. Which you're not gonna fail. Don't think about failure.
I'm thinking it from now, like, how can I sell my salon? I start. I took that option number 1.
So ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Wow, this is
Yeah,
For
for
your attention. And the last thing I want to leave with you today is to dream big. And if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, then you crawl.
She was reading.
Oh, were you reading?
Yes. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. And try and fail, but never fail to try. So this is what I'm going to do. Thank you. So now I'll pass you on to Leala Lee, and she's going to tell you about our program at W5 and how you could benefit from it and how you could learn to actually do your own business plan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Slide 7? Slideshow. Just one sec, I just need to, I want to get you captured.
Any jewelers, like any jeweler shops, like in their
No, is that
like where you butter, you get your tattoo done from.
From on this side works a little bit easier for me.
There you go.
Okay, just right here. Just right here for me.
I opened it, so if it's.
Is it on?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. All right, thank
All right.
you.
Thank you. I want to thank my colleague Sieta for paving the way for my presentation. Her presentation is a replica of what we offer in the program at W5. The program is really 25 weeks long, so it's really 6 months in really getting you prepared to really start your own business. So it is called the Startup Project, and we're at Windsor Women, working with Immigrant Women, W5, on Oulet, 1368 Oulet Avenue, and we're funded by the Ministry of Citizenship and Immigration. So the project is funded by the government. Next one, just the next. Click again. No, click. So at W5, we fall under the department investing in women's future. So we say our space is designed for women. At W5, we have different departments. You have employment, you have childcare, you have youth, you have seniors, but our program is really specific to women. So our space, we say no men is allowed. So we get a chance to let down our hair to be free. Men is in the building, but our space is really for women because we're all in the business of empowering women. The men can go upstairs, they can go downstairs, but our space is for strictly women. So our focus, whatever we do, is all about empowering women. All right, can give me another kick. So under the Investing in Women's Future department, we have us, the Startup Project, a team of 3, myself being lead Sieta, and we have Salwa being the other consultants. And also we have another program, it's really a computer class program for also helping women, all women. Next. So who we are, and who we are in terms of the Startup Project, what do we offer? We say, go ahead. The mission, we say a program where women and their families missing, but I know, women and their families are empowered through meaningful opportunity to express themselves, to be creative and impactful in the society. Ideally, that is what we want. Whatever you're doing, Sieta spoke on your mission, your vision, making your goals. Ideally, the end product, we want you to be able to function in society, being the boss if you so may, but at the end of the day, you're able to provide for yourselves and also for your family. Our vision, again, it comes back to assisting women and their families become full and participating members in the Canadian society. We're all women coming from different backgrounds, different countries. I said 2 days ago to my supervisor to say, yes, when I was in Jamaica, I interacted with people from other Caribbean countries, a few persons from the United States and Canada. But coming to Canada, it's as if it's just a minuscule component of the people I was interacting with. So now, my first person, I'm meeting 2 persons from Jordan, which is my first experience. Oh. I've not met persons from Jordan at W5 yet, but from all of your countries I would have. So the scope is so wide. Being here in Canada, being able to interact with women from different cultures, and that is what makes our program so dynamic. So it's not specific to Canadians, we're so open to immigrant women. Next one for me. So, you can continue. The roles that we play. And we say the program for 25 weeks, we started in February 26th, and we go down to August 31st. So we say exposure to 5 modules of the startup business curriculum. In those 5 modules, the first module is really teaching business basics. So it's really a crash program or a crash course that we prepare you over 6 months to be comfortably enough, confident enough to start your business. So we do the basic business terms, the types of business. Ideally, if it is that you want to be an entrepreneur, what are some of the jargons, the languages that you will use, if it is that you should go out there and encounter. The second module is one of the modules that Sieta led, is the entrepreneurship module. Module 3 that we're currently on is really dealing with marketing. Module 4, accounting and finance. And then module 5 is where we tie it together, being practical doing the actual business plan. So it is very comprehensive, but at the end of the 6 months, you have something to leave with. Next one. Another component, we say if it is, as much as we're trying to fit a lot in 6 months, we say it must be as practical as possible. When you go to university to study business administration, you do it for 4 years. 3 for some people, we're doing it in 6 months. So imagine we have to be as practical as possible. So even though we have theory, it is highly practical based. So we say exposure to practical in-class activities. So if it is that we're going to talk about, right now they're doing marketing, helping you to put your mission statement and your vision statement. We're not going to come to you to say, if it is that you're going to write a mission or your vision statement, these are the things you have to do. We're going to help you to write it and guide you. So a lot of one-on-one consultation is done in the program. So for each step, you can check the boxes to say, I'm comfortable enough, I'm competent enough to do this aspect of what I'm doing. Next. Assignment to help in the development of the business plan. One of the components we say, at the end of the 6 months, ideally, you want your business plan. However, if it is, Sieta, just whet your appetite about the business plan. If it is that you're going to write this document that must be so impressive that when you present it to your funders, by reading the first page, they're going to say, yes, I want to invest. We have to spend some time. So during the period, what we do, the assignments that you do, it allows you to prepare you to put that document together. So we're not waiting until June when we actually do the business plan for you to know all of those tenets. We're doing them together, hand in hand. So by the time you're ready to do that, then it's really an easy step for you to take on. Also, another component, you're being in a business world. Ideally, you want to be an entrepreneur. It would be reminiscent of us to just sit there and teach and talk and give you practicals without having persons who are actually entrepreneurs to tell you what is the process that they're going through. So what we have been doing, we get guest speakers who are entrepreneurs who will come in, speak with the ladies to say, this is my business. This is what I've gone through to where I'm now. This is the steps that I've taken. This is some of the challenges that I've experienced. And now I am here. What is it that I have to do to stay afloat? What is it that I have to do in comparison to my competitors? All of those things they share with the ladies. We have had one guest speaker so far who is in the beauty industry same way, and she came and she shared and empowered them to say, if it is that you're going to steer your business in this industry, these are some of the things that you really need to consider. Ideally, when our project started, it focused on helping women to start their own food-based business. The funding, when we got it, ideally, that was what it came down to. However, we had ladies who, yes, they wanted to start their business, but not all of them necessarily really wanted to go into food. So we have ladies with different ideas. And for us, the aim is, if it is that we can help you to move beyond your current situation, then at the end of the day, we would have met our targets. Because it comes down to the point that we're empowering you to go out to make a change or to make a difference. And being a part of the program, that is what we want. So even though statistically on paper it looks great, but empowering women to be a better version of who they are makes a whole lot of difference. Coming into Windsor, yes, for many Sietas are negative, as Sieta said. People say the business environment is not as lucrative, it's difficult. But yes, it is difficult, but how are you going to be strategic enough so that you can move around those difficulties? And that is what we help you to do in the course. So it's not about looking on the negatives. It's all about, yes, the negatives are there, but how can we turn those negatives into positive so that when you start your business, you are viable in the environment. Another critical component is that even as starters, you need to network. So it can't be that, yes, I want to start my salon, and I'm going to stay in my little corner, and I'm not going to talk, I'm not going to, like me, I'm a shy girl. I'm the shy girl. So probably for me, I would not do well being an entrepreneur. So for your bubbly personality, everybody found you on Google, but probably I'm the girl who, like, oh no, I'm not a Google one. So for me, I know that is my limitation. So I wouldn't dare be an entrepreneur in that sense. I want to be my own boss, but probably not to the extent of where you all are. I'm not there yet. I'm trying to convince myself because yes, 20 years down the line, I want to have my jerk restaurant. Take a little Jamaican flavor back here. So you see what I mean? So it is there. But getting there, I might not be at that place where you are now. So for everybody, it takes time. So in the program, once you come, we help you to cross that bridge to be where you need to be to start. Another thing, business and marketing skills development. Currently, the ladies, what they're doing, social media is a very great tool to expand your business. You found here based on Google. Yeah. She advertised. You found her. So you have to be tech savvy. You have to keep up with your Facebook and your Instagram and your Twitter and all 9 yards. So you're all young people, so you're there. So at the touch of the keyboard on your phones, you're already there. You're already tech savvy. So it's really just boosting your business to remain viable and to ensure that people know you wherever. And with technology, it is not just limiting your scope to Windsor, because you have to show yourself to say, yes, I'm the best at what I'm doing. So it's moving from good to great. You're here now, but I can expand, I can offer you so many more things. I love the idea where you have your online program going on, because this is not your only space, and you have to think that way in your business. So yes, your main office is in Windsor, but does that mean that I cannot serve my clients all the way over in Saskatchewan? So you have to think global. You can't just be limited in your thoughts. And that is the transformation that we bring to our program with our ladies. Think small to start, but think global for your reach. Whatever you're going for, be global in your approach. Computer skills development. The fact that we want you to be tech savvy, we want you to market, we have to get your computer skills up and going. So if it is that we do have ladies with that deficiency, we refer them to the computer program in the IWF program so that they can get that skill to balance them in the startup project. For the program, many ladies aren't coming from an English-speaking country. I'm coming from an English-speaking country. We only speak English in Jamaica, apart from the Jamaican dialect, that if I speak and say, yeah, man, and all of those things, many people won't understand what I'm saying. Same way with Sieta, another Caribbean country, we're English speakers. So coming into Canada, English is our first language. So we're able to speak, yes, to communicate easily. Right away. But in our program, we have ladies from different countries, diversity is wide. One of our clients who came from Iraq, somebody said they came from? Yes. When she started with us, because at W5, we have a links class where you come to learn English. Yeah. So she's a part of that program. And I remember when we went and did the outreach, many ladies were a bit scared because they say, oh, my English isn't at that level.
Exactly, because actually in my country, they never spoke English. Just on school, and you know, it's like Arabic country. Yes. So, like,
so many of the ladies in that program are from Iraq and Syria, and their English isn't there, and they were afraid to reach out. But this one lady, she says, I'm going to give it a try, even though I'm not as fluent. And truth be told, in the course, we allow conversations. So we allow our participants to speak with us in English. Even if it is not a complete sentence, we'll have somebody else to say, all right, help us to finish the sentence. But transitionally, now when she speaks with us, she is as fluent as she can be versus if she was only upstairs in that English class. So we allow the ladies to speak the language. So at the end of the day, because we're saying, if it is that you go to your investors, you go to the bank, they're going to communicate with you in either English or French. Luckily, if it is that the customer service representative or the loans officer might be familiar with your language, they might communicate with you in your language. But ideally, it's either English or French. So a part of our program, we want to build the English skills development. So our lectures are done in English, and we help you to speak. So probably by the end, we know some Arabic to ourselves because we have a lot of ladies, you know, and all of those things. We have been learning, and this is fun. So for us, it's a two-way channel. We learn from the ladies, and they learn from us. One of the greatest thing in our program, and I said, for us, our ladies, they have been successful in their careers back home. Coming to Canada, you know, you're expecting to say, yes, I'm going to pick up in my field, but it is not necessarily so. So you're a lawyer back home, you're a nurse, graduates, and you say, oh, possibly if I come to Canada, I might get like a job in my field and I can just, but it's not so. When you come on this land, you say, Lord, what have I done? You see, I've said that so many times. I've said that so many times. But, you know, it is, we would have been successful women back home. Coming here, it is not so easy getting in. For me, and I said to Sieta, for me, my transition of being employed was just 2 weeks because I would have resigned my job from Jamaica effective January 2nd, and then at the end of January, I started at W5. So for me, it wasn't a bad wait for me, but I've known many ladies, which is so difficult to at least get themselves employed. So coming here now, you have to start rethinking, what am I going to change? I don't, how long do you study to become a lawyer?
4 years and 2 years at training.
6 years.
6 years. But we came here like, we can't do anything.
Right. So it's as if, oh gosh, you spent 6 years. Are you going to spend another 6 years to get off your feet again? No. You know what I mean? So you have to be so strategic in thinking to say, what is it that I'm going to do to remain viable? The skills, this is one of the trending thing. And I love your program that you offer here because it is so hands-on and your skill is so expensive. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I teach a class, what I earn after teaching a class, you have one client and you make my month's salary. So you have to look on it. When you love what you do in your field, it's as if you're like that.
Yeah.
You know, exactly. You just kick off, you go up. It's all about expanding and building. But as a lawyer, you need a case. When you win the case, you get your money.
Exactly.
When you're skilled, you finish a client, 3 hours, and you get a nice pay. So you have to think about, what can I do? This is the market that I'm in. It is driven by skill. What skill can I now have that will allow me to be the entrepreneur that I want to be? And being a part of this program, and I guess the government has seen that there's a need. We're all educated women. We're here, we need something to do for ourselves. So they have given us the funding to say, empower some women to become entrepreneurs so that they can help themselves and their families. And ideally, that is what we're about. That is what we want. And I say, we have a great team. We call ourselves the power team. For them, at W5, they say we came in and we turn it around. So everybody is used to the same services when you go to an employment agency or when you go to these newcomer agencies, but our program is the life that they were waiting on. Oh Lord. So we came with that vigor in us to say that we're going to do this and we're going to take our ladies to the next level. We have a plan, we started out with 15 ladies. Ideally, we should start with 10, but when we did our outreach, we say as much as it's 10, we turn nobody back. So we wanted 10 to start because we don't want a big class, because we want it to be intimate, one-on-one. 10, but we could not turn down the other 5 ladies. We said, come and join, be with us. Some of them might fall out, by the way, because they're having other challenges, but we find means and way to still accommodate. So as much as possible, you're not able to be there for 2-3 weeks. We are still going to send you the information so that you keep up with us. So even if you come back in the program, you're not totally lost. And that is what we do. We go beyond the extra mile to ensure that each client needs in our women's space, in our startup project, that you're really taken care of.
Excuse me. How many days a week you have this?
5
days?
No, 2 days.
2 days?
Mondays and Wednesdays, 10 to 12. So you do 4 hours per week.
So can I just walk in tomorrow and
We're going to work on something for you.
All of us, we will come more, guys.
Give me another thing.
Sure.
One of the other things that we say what we're practicing, we say one-on-one coaching and mentorship. So whatever we do it as a class, but once there's a need with an individual student, then we take you on. Because we say you're not coming in this program to fail it. You'll see down further, we have a grading scheme. So it's actual school you come in, and you're getting a graded video test. We're old school Caribbean teachers. You're going to get your test, and you're going to perform your test, and we're going to score you. So we give you the pure Caribbean style lecture. Teach to the test. So you're getting it. So we have mapping participants with industry players. And we're happy for this partnership because we're able to now come out. You're offering a service here. We're now able to extend our service to the ladies. Because having this program, we can't be at our office. We need to network. We need to reach out to industry players and say, come, we're having this program. Let us partner. We'll have your ladies and our ladies can come to you at any time. So that's what we want. For ladies, again, to really be able to operate within Windsor. I had test your food and business plan there. Because when we started the program, we're looking on food. But we have other ladies. So if it is that this is the industry you want to go, beauty supplies, we create the avenue for you to meet with the industry players to do whatever it is in your own unique way to be a part of that industry. So we offer that service. The food handler certificate is there because, again, it is with food. If it is that you're going in the food industry, you must be certified with the public health department. So what we do to our ladies from our funders, we provide that. So we pay the cost for them to get that certificate. So a lot of things we provide for you. All we say we just wanted to do is turn up and let us help you get there. We'll walk the baby steps until you're able to move on. So our ladies, in August, we'll allow them at the end of the course to really get this done because it expires after 1 year. So I'm not sure the standards that are within the beauty services. So if it is that the beauty services will help you to get that certificate so that you're able to operate. Because if you're in food, if you don't have that certificate, you cannot operate. So if it is in the beauty services, we do the consultations with you and you tell us what is it that the ladies really need to get so that they get it so that they can start operate. And then we say product launch and also exposure to funding. Product launch. You said that you're going to Shoppers to do makeup. That can be a launch of your own business because when you go out to Shoppers, people are going to see your skills and you have your business cards ready and then you start building your clientele. We offer the same thing for our ladies. So in whatever aspect of business, we want to help you to channel the avenue so that we can put you in the public. Another partnership that we have in our program now, and it's really community service, are also putting you out there. We currently work with the Salvation Army. So on the first Wednesdays in every month, our ladies go over to Salvation Army, whether in groups or pairs, to prepare the meal to serve the community. So that's an aspect of our program that we go out. Because as we said, if we stay within the walls of W5, then nobody will know about the ladies, nobody will know about our program. So that's one of our partnerships that we do with cooking. So they go out, prepare the meal with Salvation Army and serve the meal. So we give them the opportunity to test. If it is that they say that they're going to do a favorite dish in their own restaurant, prepare it, share it, and hear feedback from the public. So we wanted, especially now that the weather is nice, we're capitalizing on some more opportunities to provide the avenues for our ladies to go out and meet their own prospective clients. Another thing we say, exposure to funding agencies. You want a business, unless you have your money well set in your bank account to start, you have to go and look for funding. And one of our partners too is the Small Business Center, who helps with funding or starting your own business. So our partnership with them is to come in with our ladies to help them to understand what are the different fundings that are available to you. Also within our employment section at W5, we have some flyers that we will leave with you, because as I said, the services at W5 is pretty wide. And many times we don't capitalize on what is around us or what is available to us because we don't know. So if you don't talk to people, sometimes you don't know that, if you come down to W5, there's an employment area. If you want to start your own business, they will help you to get the funding from the government, because there's an apprenticeship program for the persons who start. So the resources are there, money is there, but it's how is it that we're going to reach out to get it? So the resources are at W5 to help you to capitalize on the different fundings from government, from private sector, to help you to kickstart your own business. A part of it, we say additional training in health and safety standards, employment standards, and do I have another one? Taking care of your mental health. We're in a diverse environment. If you're not crazy, if you're not good, you go crazy, because there's so many things happening. And at the end of the day, you need to be mentally savvy to manage your business. So we ensure that that is a component of the program. To say yes, health and we do everything for the business, but we put a component in there to take care of the individual. So that's a part of it. Next. Can't go down. All the resources for the class, all you need to do is to turn up. We provide everything.
Just show up.
Just show up. We do everything. Your pen, your pencils, everything. Just say, show up. Because we don't want anything to be a barrier from persons not to start. So if it is that you have challenges in taking the bus, we go the extra mile. We write to the Windsor Transit Center to say, can you give them a reduction in bus fare? We go the extra mile to help. That is what we're about. Because we say, it is difficult being an immigrant woman coming here. Some people, as I said, not a problem, but for others it is difficult. So we really don't want there to be any barrier for you not to access what we have to offer. What we have to offer is great, and once you start, we're going to be there with you until the end to ensure that you reach your targeted goal.
How do you show up tomorrow?
So we say who you are. Who are you? We say for you to be a part, you must have a desire to own your own business, have had some experience or want to acquire experience in being an entrepreneur. So you might have been a cook, a chef. You want now to be an entrepreneur, we're going to help you to get there. The fact, because we're not teaching the skills part of any technical area, you're here doing that. We're just giving you the business aspect to top that off. So you have the skills, we're teaching you the business component. So for you to come to us, we're not going to teach you to cook. We're not going to teach you to apply the makeup. You must know that before you come to us. So when you come to us, we just polish you off and send you out. So you need to have something to come to us first. And then we polish you off and send you out. You meet the eligibility criteria. That eligibility criteria is that we say immigrant permanent residents or refugee claimants. However, as I said before, when we met our 10 quota, we don't say no. We allow everybody to be a part of it. So even though you're a Canadian citizen, we still accommodate you in the program.
Oh, that's rude.
We accommodate. We accommodate. And must, the passion that Sieta spoke about. You must have the passion to excel. So regardless of the negative comments, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm in for the long haul. So that's what we do. So the roles that you play, we say respecting group values, doing your assignments on time, presenting them. Oh, submission of assignments, developing and submitting your business plan, because at the end of the day, you're there to get a business plan. So if you can't produce a business plan, you're failing yourselves, and you're also failing the really prospects or the ideals of what the funding came for. So we want persons who are so serious to say, yes, I'm going to get this. Complete the evaluation sheets. Prepare your product to be tested in the market, and that one is.
What do you mean with the prepare your product?
All right. Yeah. When this was done, and I put it in red specifically so that it will be a blinker for me. If it is that it is food, then we prepare you to test it. If it is that it is in beauty services, if they're having any beauty conference or any beauty symposium within Windsor, we see how we can make the connection for you to go and participate, have your own booth. You're going to have your booth saying W5 still, you know, but you'll be the person to be participating in that symposium.
So it can be any kind of plan you have, because you are just dealing with the food right now.
Because ideally we said when we started, it came for food. Okay. But with the, as we go along, we have even one lady. When she started, yes, it was food, but she has a passion to be a seamstress. We're not going to turn her away. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, she really wants to start her own business. But instead of starting food and fail, we say follow your passion. So at the end of the day, it's all about you following your passion. What is it that you want to do? We help you to build it for that. And then we create the opportunity for you to product launch or to launch yourself in the market or exposing yourself to the market. Seeking funding for your business idea and launch your business. So that's what we want you to do. Take off at the end. Let me see if I have anything else. So yes, I told you about the grading. Yes, it is there. It is there. So we have module 1 to 4, which we say it's really 60% of the overall. And module 5, which is the business plan, is 40%. So the business plan is heavy weighted, 40% of the overall score. So at the end, you're getting your grade sheet, you're getting your, what do you call it again? Your transcript. So you get your certificate with your transcript. So it's a holistic thing that we're putting together for our ladies. Questions, Eddie? All right. So let us put in the nice part now. For partnerships to be successful, we have to give back. So we're happy for this opportunity that you have allowed us to come and share. A component that we have discussed to say, we know that you have acquired the skills here. So even though our program started on February 26th, in the second week of June, we start our business plan writing. We're offering your students the opportunity to come and join us for the business plan writing so that you're able to polish your skill, to polish the business aspect so that you can prepare yourself for your launch. So you would have missed modules 1 to 4, but we will be there to help you, to prepare you to do the business plan. So that's us giving back to you. So your ladies can join us for that part.
So if you're interested, that's like a full sign up, like 2 days a week.
2 days a week.
So how long? For 25 weeks?
Like 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yes.
6 weeks only?
You're gonna be pushing.
Oh,
No, the program is for 6 months. However, the last 6 weeks is for the business plan. So we're offering your ladies to come in and join us for the business plan. It would be difficult for you now to come in at the middle of where we are.
Right.
But we know that when we start the business plan, anybody can come. Because we're still going to do it as simple as possible so that people can catch on. So the ladies in the program, before Sieta speak, might have a little bit more advantage because they are with us working. But we're opening the aspect for the business plan to help you to be a part of what we're doing. So at the end, you have something to present to a funder, present to a partner to say, I'm doing this, let us partner together.
I have two questions. One is, how many people start this on a business since you are doing this program over there? Because you say you just started. And when are you going to start the program?
The program has already started.
Yeah, but it's going to be done, so it's going to be another one.
You know, the June is
Another enrollment date is September, and truth to be told, we have a long waiting list.
Leala Lee, I was thinking maybe they could join in module 4 for accounting
For
and finance,
accounting
and
and
then just go
finance.
into the
I just
business
started
if they
now,
can.
February.
Because we halfway through marketing.
Halfway
So
through
if they want to join in module 4
for accounting and
for
finance.
accounting and finance, and then move to business plan.
So we'll open the doors to say, you have your skills in your own field, come and help us. Come to us and we'll help you to polish the business aspect for you to be able to go out and operate a business.
What are those dates again? I didn't quite hear.
For we say the second week of June. What I will do, I'll communicate with you and tell you the specifics so that you can say to your ladies for them to come over. So because in doing a new program, there are challenges as we go along. So, and I can share one with you. We did branding. We did branding last week. I think we did branding.
Yeah.
And while we did branding, there were so many things to cover. So even though we wanted to push it to get it done, we had to pause and say, all right, come, let us do a little bit more practice. So our ladies are able to create their brand. So even though I say the second week of June, based on how our ladies respond, because we're not in the business to say, come to us and you leave and you're not proficient. We want you to be proficient at what you're doing. So we might give you an additional week to polish up on what we have taught, so that you practice, so that you're able to manage on your own. Because to go out there and pay somebody to do it for you, it is very expensive. So we're teaching you how to do it yourself. So especially in accounting and finance, even if you have an accountant in your business, you need to have that eye for detail to manage your own books. So even if you're not doing, yes, you need that eye.
I need to know how to do everything. Otherwise, people will still make mistakes.
They don't care, because
no, they don't care, or they're too busy. So yeah,
so
it's important.
That's one of the things. Being an entrepreneur, you need to know what's happening with your numbers. So we're going to teach it to you nonetheless.
There's a daycare for the.
Yes. We offer child minding.
We have
Yes, we offer child minding. So what you need to do, you have to say to us in advance that you want to join, and then through our services, we see how best you can participate. Your child can
Well, that course will, sorry, it will cost something. We should pay something. Or
all we need to do, you just have to come. Is come.
Also the payment is free.
All you need to do is show up. Yes.
Just go there. Like
I see people also kids on strollers and going there. So
all you need to do is show up.
Yeah, my son is back June. My son is 7 months old. I don't think. Do they take a 7 months old?
We could look into it. We'll look into it at
some
what age.
they don't take it 7 months.
Sometimes they don't take, if you didn't take off the diaper, they don't take them.
We'll find out. So we work on case by case basis and see what is best for you. You see what I mean? Because sometimes when we come out and speak general, it might not fit for everybody. But you come and you share your challenge with us, we see how best to work with you, the individual.
Can I sign up today?
Certainly.
If anybody who's interested, you would just put your information here.
Yeah, sure.
And if you want to start module 4, then you're going to put which module you want to do.
So it's either module 4 or module 5. So module 4 is accounting and finance, and module 5 is the actual business.
What about both?
So we're in the middle of marketing.
No, if you want to do both, yeah, because just giving you the chance to do accounting and finance and just jump into the business plan.
Business plan.
Because right now we're halfway through marketing, so you would be able to fit in, right?
So instead of waiting for a new program.
Yeah,
The
you
new
just
program
do all
starts
this
in
work.
September.
So in
Yeah.
June, just
So
a business plan, that's it.
they allowed us to
June to
jump
join,
now.
jump into
June,
finance and
June the third
census
week
planning.
of June, thereabouts.
Yes, because you already have some skills.
So you have
taught you
skills.
a
We
lot of
can see that you
skills.
ladies have skills, right? Your English is good. We don't have to teach you much.
Yeah.
We scope you already.
We do teach them some planning and goal setting and, you know, all that,
Yeah.
but they need to now get it all polished and actually start to use
Yeah.
it, and the business planning, financing, that's really excellent.
Because you have to do your own financial plan.
Yeah.
Right? We don't do it for you.
Yeah.
We teach you how to do it.
Because we don't have like a $500,000 in the bank.
Right. So if you're interested, then you're gonna put it here.
Do you have a card? Of course, we will take the flyers. Keep them the same.
Well, I'll
Change
pass
it.
on, yeah, I can
So
pass
this
on your
is
info.
enrollment. So you put your name and your information first, so we can reach out to you. And then we have this that you could share with, like, persons who want to start in September. They could reach out.
Yeah, but you said there is a long
It's okay. We don't turn down people.
You're like me.
Well,
You don't turn down if they
We
come.
don't turn down people. We don't turn down.
Maybe you're gonna put 2 days more for 2 classes, maybe.
Yeah.
But we should have something, we should have like a background, right? Like you here, we have a beauty certificate, we should have this thing. We cannot come from zero, like.
Come from zero.
Yeah.
Come from zero. Because who to tell?
Also depends on which kind of business you want.
We take you just as you are. As you are.
Yeah, and then it's consistency and your passion to do.
We just want to know that once you start, you commit yourself to, because we say we're doing it, it's like a crash program. So if you do miss a week, you miss a lot.
Yeah.
You really miss a lot.
Yeah, we already missed.
Yeah. So you miss a lot.
But
We're there.
Yeah,
The thing is, once you start, whatever we did from modules 1 to 3 or wherever you start, you get all of that information.
you get all the information.
So you get a folder with everything, all the class notes, all the
Yeah, but
slides,
it's not
everything,
the
but it's not the same versus me going through it with you, but you still get it. Read for information.
Okay, so ladies, as a token of appreciation, I would like to give you something.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need it.
Now you're always with
Yeah.
us. You have a lipstick on and then
But the other ones.
Wow.
That's nice, thank you.
And we have the enrollment
Yeah.
folder, so after class you could just put all the information. And Colleen is gonna give you
Okay,
this as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Dominic. What a wonderful opportunity. I appreciate you extending it and
I
opening
really
it up.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we are ladies great and
Yeah.
perfect, so we can see that the W5 is something great.
Yeah, yeah.
We enjoy it.
Yeah. And I'm thankful for the gifting of networking, you know, and being able to partner, because that's my calling, and I connect people from all over the world that come here, and some haven't come here yet, but we have to all help each other.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know, thank you for being
Thank
willing
you
to
so
help
much.
us. And I'm thankful to God for giving us the favor, you know, here, because I love doing this. This is what I want to do. So I'm excited. It's a new part of my season of, you know, just, that's why I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this workshop and let's see
Yeah.
what happens. So thank you so much for coming. It's good, and all you girls. So let's get on to our certificates.
Yay!
Because you guys worked hard.
We are lucky.
So, Eliane, come on.
Oh,
Give you another certificate.
I'm on it.
Oh, where's our social media girl?
This?
Thank you, Leanna, for all your help.
Thank you.
support. And okay, our social media girl.
Leana.
Leana, you have a lot in there. Your custom blend, your airbrushing, your wax. You've already did threading. She teaches threading for me now. So,
Okay.
thank you. Oh, what a blessing. Look at what's happening. Just the beginning. Just the beginning, really. So, this is just, and then we have, okay, I was going to do Naran. You have your makeup artistry and cosmetician. Yes.
She's really wonderful. See, I'm the social media one. She's bad. You're quiet.
Love you. What much success. You're going to be fine. Are still together.
Yeah.
Yes. Victoria, no, you have to be social media now. Victoria, you're gonna work a certificate for today and your airbrushing and your master's. Don't you think she's? Thank you so for everything, Victoria. You're very faithful, hardworking,
Yes,
willing to do whatever. It's been a blessing. You love being here. Inventory. She's like, what am I doing inventory for? I'm a makeup artist. Well, you can't count how many makeups you have. You don't know if you can sell them, right? So now you've learned so much. Thank you for being willing.
And thank you for being patient and
Yes. Oh, of course. Of course. I can love and grace. Love and grace we have. God's grace. Yes. And Madison! Our star student for this session. She really is a joy. You came photo ready. So she has her master's makeup artistry. She's got all of her assignments and huge transcripts, which I'll print them out later. I didn't get those done yet. But yeah, she's a blessing. And airbrushing. And color analysis and custom blending. Yep. All right. Congratulations. You're welcome. Thank you for coming here. Yeah. I think we have Rupa. She's so many certificates coming. She's been here 5 days a week. So there's still more. So we're going to keep filling the envelope. But you're a blessing.
I'd love to be there.
Yes, I know. You're just my daughter. Another daughter. I have so many daughters. Thank you. Thank you, Rupa. I love you. Thank you.
Wait, one more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go.
And, okay, hold on, who else? We have Yulia. Let me just do this in order. Yulia, because she came today, and she is a fabulous airbrush artist. So she's just finishing up her master's. And color analysis too, you're good. So we're gonna finish you up and then you get all your certificates, but there's 2 there for you now. So congratulations, I'm so glad you found me.
I'm lucky to find you.
Yeah, so much. And we have Yan. Yan is here. She's new at nails, so she's gonna take aesthetics and lots of fun things. She's gonna have a BMW. She has it all planned out and a bigger house. So we gotta help you do that. So thank you. She's got some plans.
There we go.
Yes, I love you. You're a blessing. I love those Chinese pastries you brought too. That's obviously was. Okay, and then we have Lana. Let's welcome Lana. Lana, we're gonna help you. Wow, however I can help you. I welcome you to our country. Yes, you have a great purpose. So I'm glad you're here. We might not know all of it, but we'll get you started.
What?
Yeah. So there, yes, you're welcome.
Nice to meet you today. I'm so happy to meet you.
Good, yeah, so we'll get you started. We'll talk to you more this afternoon. We'll do more on cosmetician Gonna do a little summary on that for you ladies, so you can stay for a little while. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
I hope I didn't miss it, except for all these ladies didn't get certificates. We'll do a certificate with all pictures.
A certificate for the
We should do a picture though.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Because always in the presentation, I sleep.
Yeah, that's right.
For me, you can't sleep in my class.
No.
Presentation
No,
was-
it's more because you are good.
Yeah.
I hate the presentation, I love it. This is the first presentation I love. I love it.
Really?
I swear.
So come on, take a picture.
It's positive.
Can take a picture. How about
Yes,
that?
sure.
And then- oh, that's fine. Okay, yeah, anything else? I didn't know. I thought that was bad. We can do one with everybody.
You want the
Yeah, you can do the timer picture. Get everybody up and we'll just do a timer picture. She's good. She's good. She does all my social media.
I'll give you my number so you can send it.
Really good. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
We hope you learned something today. Yeah, I love motivation. At least something to motivate you.
Got the little timer on it. I can't find.
We'll do a group picture. We'll go up there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide the bag.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm just gonna hide the bag.
Probably. Yeah, probably not. You might have to turn around. Yeah, that's good.
I'm pretty sure they do it with iPhones if you do that.
Probably. Okay, go up there, girls, and I'll get this set. I'll put it on.
Then can we take a photo with our certificate too? Like,
Of course.
Yes. We should have.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to John. Hey, John, come John, take a picture, please.
That's fine. That's
We need a group picture, please. Are you here? He's gonna do a group picture.
No, we wanted to do.
Oh,
With you guys.
okay, group together, ladies. And then John's gonna come take a group picture, right, John? He probably
That's how we always do it. Yeah, I don't have my plan, that's why.
Or we can make the first line sit then. Well, it's okay, yeah, we can just.
I sit down, but
My head is this big. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got good.
He's good.
She can sit in a chair or.
The red chair.
Somebody.
I'll just stand in the chair. I'll stand for
Let's sit like me and Victoria and Lana, no? Or
No,
we
no, it's okay. Are you coming, Ahmad?
It's gonna get nervous.
Hi, this is my husband John.
Hi.
Sieta and Leala Lee. Okay.
Don't get nervous, John.
Say business.
Somebody blink. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna have food. Let's see, I'll send it to everybody.
You don't need these here?
No. Nothing's like that's normal, but just control. Yeah, sure. Yeah, put it on your WhatsApp. Who's hosting the session?
The color
Yeah, sign that, and then take a brochure.
This is for September.
No, for June, for now, or I don't know, put down what, yeah, we should just get in on the one for June.
No, because for me,
You can't.
we finish
Oh, okay.
July, I'm not here.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
and Luba, she's doing waxing and
Thank you.
Email address, oh yes, put your email.
Maybe I want to do this.
Sign up with Lisa, just put down first September.
September, yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot that you were.
No, I've given my exam for this. So you then I just devalue it. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I have certificates. The thing was where I lost
So I know, no problem. No, that's yours too. Oh no, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Food is ready. I didn't show her.
Oh, ladies, the pen, if you just pull this, you get all the information. And also when you need somebody else.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we need you. No, it depends on the time.
Another thing, if there's a need for you to access any of the services,
I can do it after hours.
no, please,
employment.
you will take us out.
Yeah, sure. Food is ready. We bless the food and we are thankful for all our help. Ladies? Diana, we're gonna have food now, so come on and thank you for everybody that brought food, thank you for everybody that's come today, and we bless your futures with prosperity and God's destiny to happen in your lives. Yeah, so we're all here to support you.
Later, I might like because
Later.
yeah, because and makeup. And plus, I wanted to keep one station for my Indian wedding.
Oh yeah.
So kind of different. Nobody really has it.
Which would be your value proposition, right?
It's one of the famous
Yeah, so we have well, nobody else is interested in the program.
Yes, but you will contact us.
No, you put your information here. That's how we can contact you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You can go this way or the long way, but this is.
But you will get this class.
Yeah. When the time you will call you.
I never heard about it. I'm sad because it was the same thing with my cousin. You guys know literally?
Yes. Yeah.
So we signed.
Yes, you just put your name on it.
No, college Pearl is more downtown. We're close to the city.
Because there's a woman like something about woman, but
That's west.
in Olympic Street, but it's another way. Like there's a street, small street.
It's upper Wood, so you have to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, opposite to
You know, the homeless center, like the behind. There's a woman system too.
أنا كمان
So it's 1368 students.
بكره وجهي جوجل داك Yes, please. Thank you.
So don't forget to sign up if you're here.
Can I write me and my sister in the same number? Okay. التريننج بلش ب7 بلش بافتتاح 29 دقيقة. نفس هذا بلش good ones. هو طلب مني لا انا شو مالك؟ لا ما انت بروح بعدين شو ليش
أنا ما عندي مشكلة لأنه أنا شغالة ما في مشكلة. أنا كمان
شو حكالي؟ إذا تكتبي بعدين September, so that means
So we say it's either September
If you want to
start,
join, tell if you want to join.
in September, to start September, or if you want to just do the accounting and finance and business plan, then you start. You can say 4, 5, 4, 5.
Put 4 and 5.
Accounting and finance and business plan.
yeah, okay, perfect.
So I don't know if she wants.
Yeah, makes sense. Do you like to join the program or?
أنا بدي أعمل. هيدا قريب على بيتنا
قريب على بيتكم رحت عليه امبارح.
هيدا بوجهي.
ايوه رحت عليه بعدين اشتغل ريكورد.
هلا أنا قبل ما أشتغل بشوبرز قدمت أونلاين.
لحاله قالوا لي انه لما حكيت لهم تليفون يكسر قالوا اونلاين بعدين اونلاين برضه يكسر هذا 2 weeks ago.
So we say if you want to start the accounting and finance and the business plan, you say 4, 5, or you want to wait until September to do the start date.
برا وتستاهل بالحاجه. قلت لها بتقول لي اوكي بس لازم تجيب لك مانجا
So this is for the program, and these are just some of the other. You have needs, you call, you have meeting.
Thank you. كثير 15 دقيقة إنه كثير منيح لإلي.
شوفي ممكن تحكي عندي